Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be watching some Vitality against Carmine Corp games. These games happened on LAN in France, in the Coupe de France. The tournament just passed, and this is the third series that the new Vitality have played against the new Carmine Corp. We're picking it up in Game 3 of the best of 5 in the semi-finals, and we're watching this game from Exotic POV. We'll switch it up for the next game and the one after. But we've watched a lot of Stizzy and Zen recently, with Stizzy being the new player in Vitality, Zen being Zen. Let's see what Exotic's getting up to. Already off to a good start with an easy finish, just rebounding that one underneath the defender for 1-0. So like I said, Game 3, it's 1-1 currently in the series, best of 5, 1-1. So this will see who goes ahead just past halfway through the series. But if you do want to watch Games 1 and 2, you can do that on the Next Rank YouTube channel. Myself and apparently Jack, we did cover Games 1 and 2 of this series. Very interesting games. That's a nice save there by Exotic, playing into Zen instead of own goaling. Always a good decision. That was after a kind of a weird attempted ceiling pinch turned into ceiling pinch back pass from Zen. He definitely didn't mean to do that moments ago to put Vitality on the back foot. But yes, link in the description for the Next Rank YouTube channel. Head over there. Jack and I did a breakdown of Games 1 and 2. Really interesting Game 1 especially from VIT. Genuinely just a game that we thought this can't be a real game. Look at the scoreboard, but I'll leave it at that. You guys can go check out if you want to know more. Link in description. Okay, game on. Zen is faking absolutely everybody, but it looks like Exotic and Stizzy didn't expect that to happen, and Exotic's missed a target with the backboard double. That was one that he should have definitely put on target. It's really going to be, I think, the Exotic make or break season. I think this is it. Zen teaming up with him after he wins Worlds, gets Worlds MVP, wins a couple lands in a row with BDS, Exotic Rally, Monkey Moon, finish off the season 2 seasons ago now very strong. Zen teams up with them. They're obviously good friends, but I think it's probably, you know, second season in a row. Again, this is going to be the one where they have to do well. And Exotic has to do well, or it's going to just start to look like, okay, well, what exactly is going on here? You know, if they don't win an event this year, that'll be 3 years in a row that Zen's not won an event, and he's been in the best player in the world conversation that entire time. So his teammates have a lot of pressure on them. Exotic's got a lot of pressure on them, on him. I still think he's a great player. I think he's somehow gone back to being underrated. I thought he was done being underrated, but I have to quickly mention this. We did our top 25 list the other day. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a ton of fun. It was really interesting to see all the responses online. Probably going to make more content with the boys discussing that, because it's a really, really interesting topic. But one thing that I didn't even notice at the time was that I was the only person who put Exotic in my top 25 all time, which I didn't notice at the time, because there's so many French flags. It's hard to just spot the absence of one. But yeah, I'm surprised by that. I think he's gone back to being underrated. But what do you guys think? All time, does Exotic crack the all-time top 25? I think it's a no-brainer. I mean, Worlds win, Esports World Cup win, the San Diego Major win. Who knows? Like so many other deep placements that I'm just really confused. I don't know how he didn't crack everybody's top 25, but I was the only one. So if you're with me, let me know. Where would you put him? Didn't put him like super high up. I think he was like 20th or something. But that's one of the biggest surprises looking back, that nobody else. I think nobody else gave him the props he deserves. But that's not the purpose of this video, really. I just want to see what's happening with the new Vitality Carmine Corp. But I thought I'd quickly touch on that. Oh, what a save. Oh my goodness. That's outrageous. That is an absolutely unbelievable save from Exotic. Jumping over the bump and then getting the dodge back to not just save the shot, but get it wide so that VIT doesn't have an easy chance on target. He's looking good out there, Exotic. I think if he can keep up this level, he just has to be solid. I talked about this before. If Exotic's solid, then eventually Zen is going to take over a game, take over a series. And Zen did mention in an AMA on his YouTube channel that Exotic was struggling last season with tendinitis, with some wrist issues. So hopefully he's handling that better this season, and he can not have those issues. Because yeah, he's such an interesting player. Very solid player. A player that if you want to try and model your play after a pro player, you look at players like Exotic, because they're not doing anything unnecessary. Just fundamentals. But if the situation does arise to flex some mechanics, they're not going to say no. Yeah, he's Mr. Fundamental, is Exotic. Definitely one of the Mr. Fundamentals in the scene. Just boost Starvin. The potential for any KC player to come back. Definitely a player to watch for 50s is Exotic. Another one there in the back corner as they look to make it into 0 seconds unscathed. Oh, Ato's popped this one awkwardly. Exotic has to be careful here. He does force Juicy high, and into the ground it goes. So that's going to be game 3 to Vitality. They take a 2-1 lead in the series. All right, jumping into game 2. Sorry, not game 2. Game 2 of the video. Game 4 of the series. We're going to go Juicy POV for this one on Carmine Corp. See how he's doing. The new boy on Carmine Corp, the new player. Tested early here by Zen. Does stop that shot short going in. Vatira clears to follow up. Stizzy's going to take a pot shot on target. Atto low boost, but does get the save. Oh, look at that little drive challenge by Juicy in the back corner. Just quite happy to let the ball sit in the back corner there. And now he's on the back wall. Knows the ball's likely to come here. Vitality are putting pressure on KC. KC are responding very well to that pressure. They're just making the necessary touches. Doing very well with low boost positions as well. Now Juicy does find a way to close the distance and get the ball out of the half. But, you know, talking a bit more about Juicy and Carmine Corp's acquisition of him. I said it in my previous video about them, that it was discussed as their guy they're wanting to pick up before Drally became available. I think he was their second choice to Drally last season, if I'm not mistaken. That was word in the street, at least. So, oh, what a pass. Says you can't put it away. That was a great pass by Zen, though. So, yeah, now that Drally's left the team, the fact they're still 1 year on, they want to pick him up. They like, Juicy as their new third. That's a good thing. Juicy going to backboard this one out to Vatira, and that's 1-0. Simple as you like. Juicy with the assist. And it's 1-0 to KC in game 4. I'm personally giving them the benefit of the doubt as well, even though they're not as dominant out the gate as they were last season, the season before, just completely taking over Europe and looking like a contender for every event they go to. I think they've still got time to figure this one out. Juicy's a very good player, and even if it doesn't work immediately, I think he's got a good attitude, and I think that these guys are all going to work the whole season. They're going to put in the necessary hours and the necessary time and whatever it is, ranked, replay reviews, scrims. You can bet that KC going to continue to be one of the most professional organizations in that regard. Even though they have lost Farah, big loss there, losing Farah, the GOAT Rocket League coach. But they have, of course, picked up a new coach in Extra. It's very interesting to see Extra in the coaching role. That's former World Championship winning Extra from BDS. Very excited to see what he's going to do with Carmine Corp. I think, Farah's not left KC though, by the way. He's going to be the coach of the coaches. He's like the coach. He's just gone up and now he's coaching all the coaches at KC because they have lots of different teams apart from Rocket League. Sounds pretty cool. We need to get him on a shotcast or something soon and have a chat to him about that, see what he's getting up to. Hopefully we'll still see him at all the Rocket League events. Juicy looking speedy, and it's a burst of speed this game that have caused Vitality trouble at times. More drive challenges being attempted by Juicy. Just swooping across the box looking for those demos. 50 mid. Does turn into a back pass. Atto to Vatira. More bumps off the ball by Juicy. Juicy's definitely always had that ability to cause problems for opposing teams. Let's look at this. Oh my goodness. That ceiling pitch rebound attempt. Unbelievable sets up there by Juicy. Had that worked, it would have been one of the best goals I've ever seen. But yeah, he's always been good at causing problems for the other team. And he's doing it again. Juicy with the assist. 2-0. Atto puts it away. Looks like a good fit, in my opinion, with Atto and with Vatira. Atto, one of the best offensive players in the game. And he's not too shabby defensively either. Vatira, one of the absolute best defenders in the game. And I mean, he's an all-rounder as well. They all are. You have to be at this level. But Juicy's a player who's always, to me at least, seemed like he doesn't have an ego with how he plays. He's quite happy to just do what the team needs him to do. So I think stylistically he'd go in just about any roster. And not surprised to see them taking an interest in him in KC. 2-0 though, comfortable so far after an opening minute or so where Vitality are putting a lot of pressure on KC. It's now going the other way around. Vitality struggling to generate meaningful offense. KC are getting So many solid challenges, so many solid 50s. It's very difficult for Vitality to make progress up the pitch. They need to do so now if they're going to have a comeback in this game and avoid going into game 5. Zen with the air dribble. Juicy bumps him. Prioritizing the bump on Zen there, realizing that the ball was out of reach. A good comms out of Juicy and Atto, knowing not to double commit on that one. That little jump, more of a safety net than anything else. Juicy just hovering in the backboard. He's got to be careful here. That was nearly a disaster. He fell off the backboard. That briefly took him out of the game, but luckily his teammates were getting behind the ball. Now Stizzy again in the air. Juicy intercepts and booms long. And Vitality have to score with their next attacker. It's going to be game 5 in the semi-final, the first LAN of the off-season in Europe. The only big LAN of the off-season in Europe outside of international, FIFA E and the like. And that is going to be game. So the ball's in the air for now. Not anymore. And we're going to game 5. All right, game 5. We're going to go in Vatira POV. As you guys all know now after the Top 25 stream that I have to see more Vatira gameplay. What a player. What a player. Top 3 all time. Am I right? No, but seriously. I can see all the comments. I've seen all of you talking about Vati's all-time ranking. And yeah, it's a very interesting discussion. You know, Vati, majors versus never winning worlds. Where does that put him? I will be completely honest though. I genuinely, and this is me deadly serious, genuinely thought the lowest anybody would rank Vatira would be 5th. That was what I thought. I was mistaken. I didn't realize how much of a waste of time everybody thought majors were. But hey, that's a subjective. So if you don't like majors, that's fine. You don't have to like majors. I like majors. So I'll be watching all the majors. And Vatira's pretty good in majors as well. Are they going to get one this year? Keep up his major streak? Going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Mina looking very strong. NRG looking very strong. Shopify Rebellion have got potential. A bunch of EU teams as well who are even threatening to prevent a team like KC from qualifying for a major. That's happened before. Vatira, Atto and Rise failed to qualify to a major. With Gentlemates looking as strong as they are. Vitality looking strong. You've got GK looking very strong as well. I think it's not going to be easy. There's bound to be another EU team or two who are getting in the mix. Okay, let's lock in here. 0-0 game 5. Winner advances to the grand final of the Coupe de France. Who's it going to be? Oh, Vatira just barely couldn't get up above that one. It's a great pass mid. Atto looking to double at center again. There is Juicy waiting in the wings, but lots of bodies behind the ball for Vitality. Vatira not going to that boost steal. Saw that his teammate had the boost steal covered, and it actually helped him more than it would have helped Vatira. Atto looking to take over. Another great mid pass. Oh, what a finish. The Atto Vatira link up is too good. And they make it 1-0. It really did look like Vatira was going to go high with that shot when the pass came across. I'm sure that's what the defender expected, jumping as high as they did. And now 50s, the name of the game once more for Carmine Corp. And they start yet another win streak against Vitality. But early to talk about this as a win streak, of course, it being a win streak of 1 if they can win this. But Vitality, we're hoping to get one of their own started after losing 12 series in a row to Carmine Corp before this. Is their streak going to end? The first time of asking. Carmine Corp look comfortable. Vatira has gone all the way back to the boost here. Juicy's going to cut rotation as a result. Just fill that gap in the midfield. And Juicy just turns around and shoots. Vatira didn't read the bounce. And the open net goes begging. That was definitely at least partially open. Vatira could have had it. Well, he's forced early here for Juicy to get involved. Atto as well. To Vatira on the sidewall. Here comes Vati. Looking to center the ball with the air dribble. It's into Juicy now, but Vitality are all back and they've got boost on Zen and Stizzy. Exotic also grabbing one as it spawns. Vitality, just like the last game, they're struggling to generate meaningful offense. They've just not had much going forward. KC, just like they always have in the past couple of years, looking to defend that midfield line, looking to keep the opponents blocked in here. They're looking to play as many shots towards the goal as they can. Oh, that's insane. What? Did Vatira get an assist here? I don't think he did. He did. Yeah. Oh, he did. All right. He did. He actually did touch this. What? This is such a scam. Wait, did he touch it before this, or is that the assist? I'm sorry for rewinding so much, but this is so interesting. Yeah, it was definitely, that was it. What do the defenders see on this? This is absolutely insane. Yeah, good luck reading that one. I mean, I don't think it would have mattered too much. Yeah, they're definitely, Vitality are definitely getting a bit scammed on that one though. It glitched big time. Not that I don't think Zen was getting back, but that is still so funny. So annoying when that happens, when the server shows the ball moving, and it might slow you down or make you hesitate to make a move, and then it's too late. That time I don't think it would have mattered too much because Zen was already out of position, or at least out of position to save that shot that came in that quickly. Vitality as a whole were not in position to defend. The KC are running away with it. 9 shots to just the 1 of Vitality, and it's been a real problem for Vitality. Vatira going to just backflip into his own goal there after realizing he's getting dusted to the ball. Something pros do very well is just half flipping out of aerial races they know they're going to lose. Even though all of you who do know half flip muscle memory would think it would be easy to apply that to aerials, you've got to really practice it because it's not something you're thinking about in the moment. Can Vitality score? No! Zen and Stizzy denied. And now Vatira's going to keep the ball in the back corner, just killing the attack dead. And looking for the mid pass. Surely now Vitality. No, not even this time. Vitality are looking a bit lost here. Huge pre-jump by Vatira. Ceiling double off the reset as well. Back pass to Juicy. Creativity is there for KC. They've had the offensive pressure and they've done a lot with it. Vitality have not had almost any offensive pressure, and what little they have had has been fruitless. So it's going to be another win for KC against Vitality. Their insane record in KC versus Vitality since Zen won Worlds with Alpha and Redosin is right back to where it was just a month ago. Back to winning ways. And that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Reminder that games 1 and 2 are on the Next Rank YouTube channel if you want to watch this one. Link in description. And if you did, for whatever reason, miss the top 25 stream, that is, I've published that video on my channel as well. So I referenced it a couple times this video. That video is out. Be sure to check it out. And be civil. Try to be civil at least in the comments because it is a very subjective topic. But anyway, that's all I got time for today. Well done to KC in this series. I'll be putting a video out in a few days of their grand final match against Gentlemates. So be on the lookout for that. See you guys soon.